Hi, and welcome to Dating God, the show where we love, date, and know God. My name is David, and I hope you're enjoying your relationship with God, discovering quite a lot about Him and how we relate with Him, because that's what we are created to do, to be able to understand Him and to be able to know Him, and also to be able to live on planet Earth the way He wants us. And as I shared previously, we've been looking at the book of Daniel, and the stories that are there are very interesting. So we're in Daniel chapter number 3. And today I want to look at something from verse 25, where the Bible says, "And Nebuchadnezzar saw 4 men, yet they had already put in 3 people into the fire." Right? And God was just showing me something about this, that sometimes when men put you to fire, or when God allows to be put to fire, there are 2 ways He comes through. One, He can miraculously save you from the fire. Or 2, He can walk with you through the fire and to sustain you through that fire. And so, child of God, He was telling me, you know, when you walk through fire, it is not that God has failed, that now you're going through fire. The reality is, God is with you. The Bible says He is Emmanuel, God with us. He also says in Psalms that in the valley of the shadow of death, He will always walk with you. And so He was telling me that you might be discouraged, and maybe right now you're going through fire when you listen to this. Just notice, either 2 things have happened. God is to save you miraculously, or He's strengthening you to walk through the fire. And one thing is striking there is that Nebuchadnezzar saw the 4th man. And we are not told if the 4th man was also seen by Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And something struck me there, and sometimes God is always with us in the fire, but we can't see Him. Do you know the people who are seeing Him? The people around you, right? The people around you can see God. They are even asking themselves, how is this person making it through? Right? They will even start saying, if it is not God, then He cannot make it through. So, child of God, most of the time you can't be through fire. But if you're a child of God, have a relationship with God, and God does not lie, then He will always be with you. And the people around you are the people who will always see the 4th man. Right? And He was showing me something about the fire. The fire can be set by men, the fire can be set by Satan, and the fire also can be set by God just to allow us, to mold us. But I want you to know that He will always be there with us. And so there are 2 ways. He has strengthened you, and this came to me like, you know, sometimes we want to pray. And now we need to change our prayer now and say, God, strengthen me to go through the fire, or miraculously save me through the fire. Right? And so, if you're going through any fire, if you're going to be going through a trying moment, the question is not, why, God, should I go through this? The prayer is, Lord, may you be seen. May you be seen as the 4th man through this. And may you strengthen me to go through it. And then He will be able to allow you to go through it. And so we are not praying fire away. Jesus said, when you are tempted, not if you will be tempted. Right? And if you trust me, you will go through so many things that I went through. And this is just an encouragement that there would be fires set by men, by devil, wherever person. But notice, and please take note, that God will always be with you in the test. You might see Him in the test, it is okay. You might not see Him, it is okay. The people around you will actually pinpoint that is God. And so, child of God, today is an encouragement to anyone who goes through fire. Watch, God is always there, and He will be seen, and He will strengthen you to walk through the fire, but He will not take the fire away if that is what has to give Him glory, because in the end, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego gave Him all the glory. And so, child of God, always notice that every trial, everything that comes to our lives is designed to give God glory. And He will always design it so that He comes and carries the glory. May God bless you, may God strengthen you to go through the fire, and may He be seen as the fourth man in your life.